If you've seen the headlines this week saying house prices have recorded their biggest June drop in 14 years, you could be forgiven for thinking the property market is in trouble. But the reality here in Lancashire is a little bit more balanced than the national headlines suggest. Rightmove's latest house price index shows that average prices have fallen by 0.6% this month. It's the biggest June drop since 2012. The report points to increased competition between sellers and a growing need to price accurately. Now, this won't come as a surprise to anyone who's followed our updates over the last few months. We've been talking for some time about the importance of realistic pricing. Buyers have more choice, they're taking longer to make decisions, and properties that are priced too aggressively are finding themselves overlooked. However, before we get too carried away with the doom and gloom, I wanted to look at what's actually happening here locally. Comparing the last 6 weeks with the same period last year, we've seen just 5 fewer sales agreed and 7 fewer new instructions across our local market. So yes, the market is softer than it was a year ago, but only marginally. People are still moving, homes are still selling, and well-presented, correctly priced properties are still generating strong interest. In many ways, we're seeing a return to a more normal market where buyers have choice and sellers need a clear strategy. There are also some encouraging signs on the wider economic front. Recent diplomatic progress between the US and Iran has helped reduce some of the uncertainty surrounding global energy markets and international trade routes. Obviously, it's still early days. Greater geopolitical stability is generally positive for consumer confidence, inflation, and mortgage affordability. So what's the takeaway? The market isn't booming, but it isn't broken either. The difference between success and frustration in today's market is increasingly coming down to one thing: pricing. Get the price right, prepare properly, and launch strongly, and there are still plenty of buyers out there ready to move. I'm Worrall from MovingWorks, and if you'd like to understand how these latest market changes affect the value of your home, we'd be delighted to help.